All right, for the topic of today's episode, anybody that's probably listening right now with kids, maybe kids that still believe in like the wonder of Christmas, you might not want to listen to it with them in the room.
This is More Than Reality podcast, where we dive into all things faith, family, and marriage and share that there is so much more than the reality that you see on the surface. Welcome to More Than Reality with Adam and Danielle Busby.
What's up?
What's up?
I
feel like this mic is like...
We're out of the Thanksgiving season. Kids are out of... Well... Kids are back.
No, they're back in school. Yeah.
They've been out of school, which has been super hectic in the house. And
yeah, it's also been fun. They've had lots of sleepovers and lots of back and forth here and there.
We babysat a cat over Thanksgiving. So we were like we
kitten-sitting.
Kitten-sitting. So we kind of experienced what it's like to be like cat people. Are we cat people? It was kind of fun.
No, the kids enjoyed it for sure. It was like the highlight of their Thanksgiving was the cat, Randy Travis.
I don't think any of our dogs have ever seen a cat.
No, for sure.
So it was different. They thought we let a squirrel in the house.
Bo
does not like squirrels.
Yeah, yeah. Gus, there's just such different personalities. It's hilarious because like. Gus just wanted to keep smelling the cat and like it was fine. But the second the cat like would start moving, Gus is like, okay, let's play. And then Gus is like, hold up, you don't play like I play. Like this is really weird. And then
you just kind of like slap at me.
Yeah. And then Gus, the second the cat would like paw him, he's like, whoa, okay, I ain't in for this. And you know, and then if
those claws are sharp.
Yeah. Then he's a little kitten, you know. I mean, he's like the size of like both of our hands.
I was like playing with him one day, and like he was like pawing back and forth, and I was like kind of just like playing like roughhousing with it, and he like caught one of his claws like into my, and it like stuck into my skin and got caught.
Yeah.
And like I was like pulling away and it like dug in deeper like a dang needle.
Yeah.
Like,
but Bo, he's our Frenchie. Man. He is a grumpy old man and he thinks he runs this house. And the thing is that he is like absolutely the laziest dog until like he selectively hears a noise. And I say selectively because sometimes there's no noise and he thinks he hears a noise and he's like on attack mode. And then there's times where there is a noise or someone's knocking and he's like, oh, I'll let Gus get it. You know, I mean, it's just like random to him. But with the cat, he wanted to eat it for sure in the beginning. He wanted to eat that squirrel.
We had to put up this like, kind of like a baby gate in a sense, like in the front
just
room
like your stair gate, like,
and it was clear, so like Bo could like see right through it, and he just has like his nose up against the glass.
I love that gate,
and he's just sitting there watching like everything the cat does, and he's like moving with the cat, just like waiting for the cat to get close to him. Yeah. It was just, and then we had the cat for like what 4 days?
4 days, I think.
And so like the last couple of nights, the cat was getting a little bit more like adventurous and like kind of, you know, breaking out of places. He'd like jump up on top of the couch.
And get like the zoomies at night, like with like the dog. The best part was like the first night, and I was like, okay, Blake. She's like, okay, I can sleep with me. I'm like, whatever. And she came in our room like 3 times, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and she's like, this cat just wants to play. What am I supposed to do? And I'm like,
raising a baby's hard.
And she's like, I don't want it. And I'm like, and then she don't want to share it the rest of the time, you know? But, it was funny just watching her be like, no. And I was like, okay, well you have to like clean up. This is the part that they don't understand. Like you have to clean up after the things, you know, like our dogs like will go outside and go to the bathroom, but even if like one of them throws up or like has an accident or whatever, they don't want to clean up after it. Or, you know, can you feed the dogs?
They're like,
can you feed the dogs? I fed them yesterday. And I said, okay, well, I'll feed you. I fed you yesterday, so I won't feed you today. They're like, Mom. I'm like, well, what do you want me to? That's the same with the dogs. It's like, y'all each have a day.
Somebody threw up and then just keep walking. I'm like, no. You saw it. Go grab a paper towel and get something to spray it with.
I'm like, yeah, pick it up.
You're 10 years old. You can clean that too.
But he was a cute little kitten. And we had obviously we were like, taking out Christmas trees. We had a lot of boxes and stuff around, and he would just like, get brave and like go up. He would go so close up to Bo. We'd like, Bo, get in your bed. And Bo will listen. And we're like, Bo, get in your bed. And he'd get in his bed, and that cat would just like sneak around the corners like he's like being mischievous, and he would come right up next to Bo. And then Bo would like look up, and he would take off, and Bo's like, okay, there goes the squirrel, you know? And then he'd like go in between the boxes, and
I mean, the cool thing is just watching like an animal's instinct.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's a baby kitten, you know, but they have innate instincts to like what do they do? Not prowl, like pounce, or like they get in that really prone position and get really small.
Yeah.
If they want to like go after something, and just to watch them do that, it was actually super interesting because like he's just a little baby kitten. Like he doesn't know any better, but that's like an innate instinct in that cat.
Yeah, and even like, I mean, we've never had to deal with like a litter box. Like, how does he even know to go to a litter box?
I think it has something to do with like the smell. I think they put something in there or whatever. It's like they're like attracted to it.
I mean, I'm
not a cat person.
I'm not either, but that was super interesting. Like even just taking it to our house.
They just know to go.
And it's like he knew where to go. Like, that's so crazy. Like, it takes time to train a dog to go outside, you know?
Yeah.
But it was fun. They enjoyed. I'm glad that actually kept them like super entertained and everything, like over the whole like stay.
We were a little concerned because like Ava.
Yeah, Ava's been allergic to cats.
Yeah, we noticed years ago that like whenever Ava would get around a cat, she would like, her face would swell up.
Like she got beat up.
Her eyes would get red. I'm like, okay, you can't be around cats.
Puffy, everything, yeah.
But we've noticed little by little, like over the last few years, it hasn't been as bad.
So she could be around them, but not touch them and whatnot. So we're like, you know what? It's been getting better. So let's like, we'll see the cat. And she's like, Mom, can I just have medicine so I can touch the cat?
She wants to hold that cat so bad.
Yeah. So
the very last night.
She did very good. And then the very last night, she let it like lay on her watching a movie. And then I took it from her like when she fell asleep and stuff. And then, she flared up.
She came and woke us up like early that morning, the next morning. She's just looking at me. And her eyes all bloodshot red and starting to swell up. Yeah. So like I went and got her some Benadryl and
then she went back to sleep.
But then she was fine. But it was just, I was surprised after like 4 days and it finally.
But she knows that she did very good not like touching it and stuff. She would play with the toys with it and stuff, but she didn't really hold it.
Yeah.
That was like the first time she had like a sweatshirt on and everything, and a blanket. She was doing very good not to actually touch it.
It took her 4 days and then she finally like broke down. Like, I'm going to cuddle this cat.
It was the last night. She's like, can I just lay with it? And I'm like, okay, let's try.
It's his last night. I'm going to fall asleep with it. Yeah. And then she broke out.
Yeah. But then they're like, can we get a cat? I'm like, no, this was just for a fun experiment.
You can go visit that cat anytime. Yeah. All right, guys, it's the end of the year. It's gifting season. It's kind of the season where you like spend money on others, spend money on yourself. What better thing to get the man in your life or yourself, speaking for myself, Poncho Outdoors shirts for Christmas.
Yeah.
Or just the wintertime. I mean, I'm wearing right now, this is the corduroy shirt, and it's like a stretchy corduroy. Look at that. It's got some stretch to it. Super comfortable. And I love Poncho because the fit, like everything about the fit. And they have different fits. They have a standard fit, they have a slim fit, they have a tall fit, and the different shirts that they have. I mean, here in Texas, you know, we're big on, you know, the denim and the flannel and like the light, breathable, like work shirts and stuff. And Poncho has it all. Short sleeve, long sleeve. This is like literally my favorite thing to wear this time of year.
Right. But it's also that their products and like they go from like, you can wear it, but you can also work in it. So there are fabrics that are like made to like, they're tough. You can be tough on them, but they're also made to like look good in them.
Yeah. And also like if you're an outdoorsman, they have like the hunting patterns and stuff and the different camos or the orange in the shirts or whatever. So you can wear those hunting or bird hunting or whatever like that.
Yeah. So all the shirts like have good quality. They feel good. They look good. There's like breathable fabrics, quick drying fabrics, lightweight. Poncho's promise is that free exchanges to make sure that you are getting the right gift for whoever you're purchasing for. So they stand by every shirt so that every shirt will fit just right on whoever you're purchasing for. So you purchase it for the man in your life, your brother, your dad, your boyfriend, your grandpa, just a friend, or yourself like Adam does. If it doesn't fit just right, send it back and they can get the fit just right for them. So they do free shipping, free returns. You can go to ponchooutdoors.com slash more than.
We have a landing page on there. It's got all of my favorites for first time purchasers. You get $10 off plus free shipping.
Yeah. And then make sure if they ask you where you heard this ad from, that you make sure to tell them that you heard it from More Than Reality Podcast, because that sure does help us here at the show. So
for the man that doesn't ask for much but deserves the best, get him Poncho. So thank you, Poncho. Don't forget, go to ponchooutdoors.com, PONCHO outdoors.com/more than to get your offer.
Yeah, it was fun.
What was funny, like I was putting together like a lot of furniture. We finally got some dressers and stuff for our bedroom. So it took me like 3 days to put all this stuff together.
It's like kid craft stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Remember those days?
I mean, it was like 3.5 hours each, like putting these together. So like I'd put one together. I'm like, screw this. I'm not touching anything for a while. And then I'd start on one like either later that evening and then finish it the next morning and then do one a little bit later. But it took me like 3 days to put together these 3 dressers, maybe like 2.5 days. But I had like the empty boxes and the cat would like jump in the box. And it was funny watching because like Bo knew the cat was like out and about and around the house. And so like he wouldn't know where it was.
Yeah.
And so he would like go looking for it or whatever. But the cat learned, okay, like how to stay away from Bo.
Yeah.
And so the cat would like jump in the furniture box and it would like crouch down so Bo couldn't see him whenever Bo would walk by. And then he would like pick his head up and like reach out and like,
scratch him,
and scratch
like play hide and seek with him. And Bo's like, where'd that come from? Like, Bo would be dumb in that moment. It was so funny.
It was so funny watching that little kitten like reach out and like paw at Bo.
And then the kids are like, "Oh my gosh, Mom, that cat, it jumped on the tub, like the tubs of Christmas, they were like stacked. It jumped on that and on that, and now it jumped across to the couch." And I'm like, "It's a cat, girls. He's gonna fall." And I'm like, "It's a cat." They were it went up the stairs. I'm like, "It's a cat." But
that's the thing. Cat always lands on his feet.
Yeah, we weren't worried about the railing, so we did try our best to like not. That was like if he was upstairs, we made sure like I was like, I don't want him to like fall through the rails. But
cats are pretty agile.
I mean, that was fall though. That was far.
Yeah,
but it was good. Then we went to the Mills, Crystal and Dale's house for Thanksgiving. So it was just us. It was a pretty chill, quiet.
Yeah, Ashley and Nick and their family went to Louisiana, so it was just like us and the Mills.
Yeah, but it was good. I liked just being able to, like, I feel like we've just haven't felt settled even yet
Yeah.
I know it's been a couple of months that we've been here.
We just didn't want to have Thanksgiving at our house yet.
I just didn't want to do anything or go anywhere. I like thought about it, but I was like, you know what? We just want to like do little.
Yeah.
But we still wanted to be with like people. And Crystal and Dale were staying home too. So we're like, okay, we'll either go over there or they'll come over here. And they're like, no, y'all come here. I'm like, yes. Because our house has got Christmas stuff anywhere all over and it would just be a mess. But it worked out. The kids, all played and we played our traditional left, right, center, which is always fun. Did a couple games, kid stuff. Adam, of course, cooked a lot of
This was the first year that I did not cook a turkey for Thanksgiving. I cooked one.
You did the ham, and that was the best ham I've ever had. And I'm not like a super ham person. I always pick
it was a Good
turkey.
Rancher's ham, so it was
dude. That ham was
Good Rancher's. I mean, by far is the best ham I've ever had. Like,
yeah, but even so, that was the best made ham. Whatever he did to it this time,
didn't have to do a whole lot to it.
I know, but it was so good. It was so good.
Yeah, it's like already spiral cut. I just kind of I put some.
But you don't do that glaze.
I actually put some like Worcestershire sauce, so the W sauce, like over the outside, just to get the seasoning to stick to the outside, and then just put the big part of the ham, the open part, facing down, and then just like sprinkled the seasoning over the top of it. I use like Meat Church, one of the meat churches, Honey Hog. Put that over the top of it, and then just smoked it till it was ready, like 225 degrees. But super simple. I mean, honestly, that's about how I do the turkey, other than like getting like my fingers like under the skin and like I cram it full of butter and stuff like that, so it gets like it stays really juicy and stuff. But I let Dale do it this time around.
Yeah, he did.
He did okay. Like it was you could tell it was his first time on a smoker.
Oh, okay. So we usually do the airless fryer.
He didn't quite have like the timing down. I've done it enough to where like I kind of.
It's still good.
I give myself enough buffer in there. Oh, I mean, the turkey was awesome. It tasted great.
Yeah.
It was like the timing was a little off. Like whenever we got there, he's like, "Yeah, I'm putting this in, so it'll be ready at 1:00. Y'all be here," and we had to wait like another hour and a half or so to get the turkey to finish, but. Other than that, the turkey was great.
We usually do the oilless fryer.
Yeah. I didn't do that this year.
Yeah, but that's okay.
That's a cheat code right there. An oilless fryer, like Charbroil makes them, and there's a few other companies out now. But all it is you hook a propane tank up to it, and it's like infrared heat, to where it just like it's like a cylinder, and you put the turkey in a basket. And then just like lower it down in there, and it's just like radiant heat all the way around the turkey. And it tastes identical to frying a turkey.
Yeah.
But without all the oil.
Yeah.
All the seed oils and stuff like that. And so like I'm telling you cannot taste the difference between
it's a delicious
an oilless fryer and an oil fryer. Yeah. And it's so good. But I usually do one of those every year. I have like two of those. Dude,
can we talk about how clumsy I've been? I just spilled water.
Danielle has fallen. I swear, like, I'm married to like an old grandma.
Cassie just texted me yesterday and she said, falling in your 40s is very hard. And I'm like, you just turned 40 like last week. I'm about to be 42, I think. Like, yeah, it is. So I fell down the stairs.
She slipped and fell down the stairs, landed straight on her tailbone.
No, not on my tailbone, on my delicious booty in my back. I like fell. I was actually holding something, and I was actually holding the box that had the litter box.
I was like, please tell me you didn't spill that everywhere.
No, God, thankfully it was in a box, and I was holding it like this, and I didn't have socks on, nothing. I just like slipped. And I just fell back. So my back and my butt hit. Like, it still hurts to sit. But it's my back on this side and my butt on that side.
And then yesterday, you were going
I went to an appointment and it was raining. Had my umbrella and I had like, what are those shoes? Whatever.
Nike Dunks.
Dunks. And so the soles, they're like flats. There's no like real grip on the bottom. And I got out the car and when I'm coming back from the car, I was like, oh, I'll go this way and walk on the pathway. And the pathway is not the way that I went. When I went to the door, I went around and I was like, oh, I'll go that way. And it's like those tiny little pebbles that are all together, but like not loose.
Yeah.
They're cemented or whatever, glazed together. And I just took one step, and whoever saw me in those windows, it's okay if you laugh because I would have laughed too. So it's okay that you laughed if you saw me. I would have laughed too. But I just busted.
Ripped your jeans. You're bleeding jeans all over the place.
Probably the newest pair of jeans that I've bought. Ripped the jeans, ripped my knee up, bleeded. And I was just got in the car and I'm just like, how does one person mess their self up this many times within like 2 days?
You're almost 42. I'm going to have to get you like a walker.
And Adam's response was it your bad knee?
I was like, please don't be the bad knee.
Well, you kind of wish it was because I'm like, I don't want to hurt the other good one. But it wasn't.
This lady's falling apart.
I know. Yep.
Say a prayer for Danielle. She's falling apart.
Yep. I guess I just need to I don't know. I actually don't know. I just need to
put you out to pasture.
I had the weirdest dream last night. Do you want to hear it?
Does it have to do with falling?
No. It has to do with Pops and Katie.
Okay.
It's short. The part that I remember.
So Pops is Danielle's grandfather.
Yeah.
Katie is Danielle's Louisiana best friend.
What I remember, it was, you know how like when you're having a dream and it feels so real in the moment and you're like, this is so wild. How can this be happening? And then you wake up and you're like, that was so real. Well, I just remember like it was Brian's birthday and I was with Katie and Brian celebrating his birthday and it got
just
late.
You?
Well, that's all I remember. There was a birthday party at some place and I don't know why, but I ended up going back to, clearly we were, in college or whatever. And I go back to Pops's house and I'm like in the living room and I hear his alarm go off at midnight and he gets up and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, hey, Danny. That's what he called me. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, it's Brian's birthday. I'm going to Brian's birthday. I'm like,
you don't even know Brian.
And I'm like, it's midnight. Yeah, I'm going. This is when the party starts. And I'm like, well, I'm not letting you go by yourself. And he's like, no, it's okay. You go to sleep. I got this. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to let you go by yourself driving this late at night. Like here I am being the parent, And I just remember being like, Katie, why did y'all invite Pops to Brian's birthday party? And apparently Katie's like, oh yeah, we invited him to come. It was just the weirdest thing. And like he shows up, I dropped him off. And like they're all Pops, hey. And that's when I woke up. And it was really weird. And then I left. It was so weird. Is that not a weird dream?
It is weird. But those dreams are kind of cool. Like when
it felt so real.
When it feels real and you kind of get like a,
It brought me back to like the days, like high school, college days, you know. But it was just weird mixing all that together. Because Katie didn't really know Pops at all.
Yeah.
especially Brian.
Yeah.
And so it was just really weird. And it's not even Brian's birthday. It's my birthday right now. My birthday month. It is the month of December already, and it's my birthday month. So yay. But it also means it's Christmas. It's a month of lots of go, 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 where everybody's out and about doing lots of Christmas shopping, lots of like holiday parties and celebrations. And I know that after all the go, 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 I look forward to the most of just like getting home and just like wrapping up like all the busyness with just being comfortable, cozying up at home, right? I mean, I know last night, like we got home and it was like, hey, it's cold outside finally here in Texas. And like, I know I was so excited to just like jump in the bed, watch a movie with cozy earth sheets in our comfortable cuddle blanket. Why do we love Cozy Earth so much? Because of the quality. It is so much better than a lot of the other things because of the viscose that is made from the bamboo. And I'm telling you, it's breathable, it's soft, it's cooling, but it's also just so incredibly comfortable. And if you've used Cozy Earth, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, guess what? There's a 100-day trial sleep guarantee. So now is a good time to try it.
And also a 10-year warranty.
And a 10-year warranty. So you can go to cozyearth.com, use code MORETHAN, and get 40% off now until December 12th, okay? So that is 40% off cozyearth.com with code MORETHAN. And if you were listening to this after December 12th, guess what? Our code still works. But you just get 20% off, which, hey, that's still a great deal. You still get a 100-night sleep trial and a 10-year warranty. And that goes across all their products.
But if you want the big discount,
now's the
time
to
shop. Get it early, get your gifts, gift Cozy Earth, buy it for yourself, buy it for your spouse.
Don't forget, shop cozyearth.com and give the gift of comfort that lasts beyond the holidays and carries into Cozy New Year.
Thanks, Cozy Earth. All right, for the topic of today's episode.
Oh,
anybody that's probably listening right now with kids, maybe kids that still believe in like the wonder of Christmas, you might not want to listen to it with them in the room. So that's like fair warning, just in case. Because this is what we did for TV. We always, because we knew that our television show was a family TV show where, you know, parents and kids would sit down and watch. So we could never show like the kind of the behind the scenes, like stuff that parents go through for Christmas, because that would ruin the magic of Christmas for kids that are watching the TV show. So we always had to paint the picture of Christmas as if, you know, through the eyes of the children. Fair warning. We're coming to the time where our kids are 10 years old, and they, from what we know, they could just be playing along because they think that they're gonna get more presents or whatever if they still believe.
Well, they've said stuff since last year.
Because they say stuff like every now and then that makes you wonder, like, I don't.
Well, they'll say things even from school, like such and such, or there's no Santa, or they'll say things like that.
Yeah.
You know.
But, you know, it obviously it came up now where they still, you know, we still do, well, in years past, we've done the whole like Elf on the Shelf stuff, and like, and even Blake last year got involved with the Elf on the Shelf stuff, or the last couple of years, Blake would help us do it. She was excited
because she would do it.
Because Blake likes to do it.
Because we were those total parents on all those videos. You see that's like, oh my God, 3 a.m. We forgot the elf.
So we like push it off on Blake. Like, okay, like you're excited about this. Like you want to do this. Like, okay, this is Blake's thing now. Like Blake kind of takes over like the elf stuff. But like whenever we were moving, I threw away all the elves.
I didn't know you threw them away.
And they're like, that's where they hid, is like in my closet. And so like I tossed them whenever I was just purging stuff. And I'm like, they're 10. I think it's time. They're 5th grade. Next year they'll be in middle school. Like I think 10 years old is old enough to like
It's not about
so like what's that age?
It's not about the age. It's to me, it's not even about like them even understand the elves.
Like deep down inside, I think they don't truly believe. I think that they just are kind of playing along. But
so here's what I want to we're going to back it up a little bit. I just want to say to the parents,
they go all out with the elf stuff.
No, I'm being nice. I want to say to the parents who decide to take their elves out the day after Thanksgiving, how about you tell your kids to keep it to themselves and not tell their friends to go home and tell their parents that their elves came out? Because us parents don't want our elves to come out the day after Christmas. Us are trying our best we can to do the 12 days of Christmas with an elf, because that's even hard. We might even want to do Christmas week, So they're coming home, such and such elf came out. It ain't even December. I don't want to read the elf book. Why, Mom? It's in Blake's room. Well, we got a lot of things we got to do tonight.
just change the subject.
But Mom, can we? Well, we'll do it real quick. And I'm like, no, we don't want to read the elf book, because those moms,
such and such, their elves already came like
a whole week. Well, that's not my elf. Our elves have a lot of work to prep. And then Adam's doing dishes. She's like, I don't know if you want them elves to come and watch you.
Like, those elves are tattletales. They're just tattletales for Santa. Why would y'all even want them in the house?
So that is my dilemma.
When I was little, I knew I wouldn't want an elf in the house.
So that's my dilemma, is that I don't want the other kids to tell my kids that their elves came in the month of November, because I don't care and I don't mind. I just want you to make sure that you tell your kids that elves come all at different times, so that my kids don't expect that their elves need to come a month in advance, because might as well. Next thing you know, they're going to be coming in October at Halloween, because that's when Christmas came out this year.
Everybody keeps moving Christmas up.
So chill.
But
and I don't got 5 elves either. So don't tell kids that they each need an elf.
So obviously, knowing that our elves are no more. And the last couple of nights, the kids have been asking about, can we read the elf book? Can we read the elf book? And I'm like, you can read the elf book all you want, because those elves ain't coming, because they're gone.
Adam told me this last night.
Go to Target and go buy some more elves.
He said, we don't have the elves. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I threw them away. And I'm like, what? He's like, so they ain't coming. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I thought he was just like playing along, like, they ain't coming, like, we ain't doing this.
I really threw them away.
And he's like, no, I threw them away. And I was like, whoa, okay, I don't know for that. I don't want to be that mean. And he's like, well, then you better go get another one. Like, we're just going to be like Rose and Daisy just died.
Super clean.
Oh my gosh. I saw a reel today where the girl touched it and her mom wrote it. She put like an elf hat and chicken bones, like mini chicken wing bones. And it said a note because she touched it and the girl like lost it and she's crying and she's dead. Like the elf is dead.
Gosh.
That's something you would totally do. But yeah, it's just like, we can't keep up with that. Like,
and also like our elf had like a outfit, and like one of the elves had glasses on, like Hazel. And so like they know that. And so I don't even know if you can even find that now. Like, do they sell the outfits and stuff? I haven't even looked for elf stuff.
Yeah,
but
there's all kind of stuff now.
I mean, I really don't want to do this year. And so like, dude,
babe,
how do you break it to your kids?
I mean, I don't mind.
Just like, okay, like, look, this is not what Christmas is about. Like, I've seen like the posts and stuff, and like how, some parents are like breaking it to their kids, saying like, look, the real Santa Claus is like, it's us, it's within all of us. And, the magic of Santa is just like spreading joy to other people and giving things and doing things for other people without wanting something in return. And, that's why, like, we continued Santa all these years. 'Cause like we wanted to give you these gifts without you thinking they came from us. And it just like knowing and without asking for like reciprocation and stuff like that. This is something that we knew that would bring you joy. And so, it was Santa Claus. And, this is something, we give gifts to other people without expecting anything in return. This is just to spread joy and cheer and stuff for people in the holiday time. And, I think if you frame it in that way, like that's a really good way of doing it, rather than just saying, "Oh, Santa Claus isn't real. We've been lying to you all these years."
Well, I wouldn't.
Neither is the Easter Bunny, which our kids know the Easter Bunny is not real. They've known that for years, because they tormented them, especially the way that we did it on the TV show, and like they would see us like dress up in the Easter Bunny costume, and and every year's like Riley's like, "I can see that guy's shirt." And like between the back of the Easter Bunny's costume's not buttoned. So it's like clearly that's a person in there. So like for years they've known there's no Easter Bunny. So like I think it's just keeping, like, this is like the same thing. There was no Easter Bunny. There was never an Easter Bunny, but there's also Santa's. To me, it's real. Just like keeping that joy of like what Christmas brings, like what Christmas morning brings to kids is that morning of joy. And it's like the magic of Christmas, right? It's like that mystery of the unknown, right? You're believing in something that you cannot see and you don't know is there, but then it is there, right? Yeah. And so it's kind of like, if I can take that and explain why we are celebrating this on the day of Christmas and the birth of Jesus, it's like transpiring that into like what my faith is. I believe in something that I can't physically see. Jesus is a real person, was a real person, died on the cross for me, but like believing in having a faith and believing in something. So that brings joy and life into me, and to be able to share that with the kids, and just not just saying like this was just a tradition and we just do it because people do it, or that's fake, it's not, whatever. I would never tell our kids that way. Yeah. Like, but the whole elf thing is like it's just another. Like I never had an elf whenever I was a kid. Like when did that start? I mean, when Blake was, 10 years ago? No, probably 15 years ago when Blake was little, right before Blake was little. But yeah, I mean, it's a great, cute idea and stuff, but I think things are just getting out of hand. And the thing is like my kids are 10 years old. I mean, just a few months from being 11. Like I don't want my kids to believe in Santa Claus. Like I want them just to know and not be like gullible anymore about that. Well, I think that they. So I don't think it's. Some parents are probably listening to this and they're like, "You a-hole." Yeah, because I agree with that too. Because I told you that, like, I kind of like waver on both of it, because there's like magic and wonder and stuff of Christmas, but like I think framing it in the way that I framed it a while ago was like it still gives like that magic and wonder, but it like brings it more like inwardly about doing things for other people and like spreading joy to other people without expecting anything in return, and like all those things without just having a fictitious person that you're lying to your kids about. Yeah. And I don't know. I go back and forth. It's not a fictitious. I mean, yeah, whenever I was little, I believed in Santa Claus and like it was like super magical and stuff like that. And then like I don't even remember when I stopped believing, but I don't know. Santa Claus came from Saint Nicholas, which was the story of a man who, this is what he did. He gave gifts
to people. So that is what the story of it was. I don't know. I can't recall like the whole like basis around St. Nicholas, but so it's the whole Santa Claus, that character is a character, yes. But I don't want to go. I would agree with the parents saying like, you're an a-hole, saying like Santa Claus isn't real. Like I would agree with that. Like there's a way to tell kids to not let them lose the joy and the to make it say like, oh, you're lying to me.
Yeah.
Like there's a story to keep the belief and the joy of Christmas, because like my whole life we still wrote Santa Claus because it's the fact of like, I'm giving you something that you don't know what it is. It's just a gift of whatever, you know?
But also like never want to get to the point where like your kids are the only kids in the class still believing. And all the other kids are looking at your kids like,
but even really? To this day, I don't think that they honestly believe Santa's real anymore. But
yeah, I truly think that they're just
what they're trying to understand is why do my mom and daddy say that?
Yeah,
that's what they're trying to understand.
It's like they're like super facetious about it.
Yeah,
like like asking provocative questions to see what we'll say. Like, oh, you're going to still keep lying to us about this?
Yeah.
And that's why, like, one reason where I'm like, oh, I keep going back and forth on it. Like, y'all are old enough to, like, okay.
Well,
like,
you can't.
Here's the deal.
But I don't want you to say it like that.
That's the problem. Is
you're
like, how do you
say it all blunt and rude like that?
I probably will, because I'll probably flub it and end up saying it incorrectly.
Okay, then that's the time that you say, go talk to your mom.
Go talk to your mom. No comment. I don't want to. Hey, go talk to your mom. Mom's got.
They're probably going to ask me anyway.
Mom's got news for you. Hey, mom knows what happened to your elves.
That one I will say, go to ask your daddy. Your daddy burnt them.
So that's like my dilemma that I've been like pondering on over the last like week or so. It's like, okay, like, is this a year we just kind of like come clean and like,
I don't like how you're having to put a time limit on this
out. But the first domino in this whole thing is these freaking elves that I've thrown away. So I kind of forced my hand a little bit, barring me having to go down to Target and spend money on buying.
That you were going to tell your kids that Santa and the elves aren't real this year.
Yeah,
when we moved.
I was like going through stuff. I'm like, oh,
rude.
They're 10. I just threw them in the trash.
Rude. Who cares if they don't believe anyway?
I guess I shouldn't have made. I guess I shouldn't have made a unilateral. I shouldn't have made a unilateral decision at that moment. But it's just like one of those moments where we're like purging stuff, throwing stuff away in the house, and I just get to those elves, and I was already agitated. And I was like, just threw them in the bag.
How would you feel if I was in your closet and got annoyed with all your stuff? Just threw it away. Anyway, we might start fighting, so we better call this podcast over. But
I really don't. I don't know. I don't know where I stand on this.
You need to take you out of it and think of the kids.
Okay, I'll take myself out of it. You figure it out.
Just take your feelings about how you feel about what you think your kids should be feeling about how they think about Santa Claus.
Maybe you're right.
Like, stop thinking about what you want them to feel. It's how they feel.
So next time they ask, like, hey, what do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to ask them that whenever they get home. Hey,
no, you don't start the conversation. You wait for them to say something. And then when they say something.
Say, do you really believe in these elves?
No, you don't. Oh my gosh, guys. Speaking of kids, I got to get them from school. So, Adam, keep your mouth shut. Thanks for listening, guys. Love you.
Right. This is episode 61.
Adam's about to come home tomorrow with 6 elves.
I don't know what happened. They like mass reproduced over the year.
Peace out.
All right. This is More Than Reality Podcast, episode 61. Thank you guys for tuning in, and say a prayer for us. All right. We love you guys.